Hey there, this is Atul from team K21 Academy, and in this lesson we are going to look at accounts and subscriptions in Microsoft Azure. So this is a pictorial view of what is an account and what is a subscription, and within subscription what are those resources. So first is account is a globally unique entity that gives you access to Azure services, and services in this case Azure services are the one which you see here in the diagram. You have your database service, virtual machines, functions, storage, networking. Anything that you can create is a service. That service is comes under an account, and within account you have subscriptions, and subscriptions are nothing but they help you in creating the segregation or separation for billing as well as some managing these resources. So I can have a account. So account is a global unique entity. So when I'm creating a login ID and password or account, actually I'm creating a free account on Azure or an account in Azure, that's an account. Account is a unique top level entity. Inside that, everything that I create in a Azure cloud sits. And within account, I can have subscription. And by default, when you create an account and later in this module towards end, we are going to create an account of trial account. In that account that trial account that we say, it automatically adds subscription called trial subscription or subscription, and then you can later add more subscription to that. We'll see that in a minute. So within an account you can have multiple subscriptions. In this case I have a dev subscription, test, and production subscription. So I can keep my services segregated, or I can use and say dev environment, all my dev environments will be under dev subscription, and this is my billing going to be. So that's what is account for. So subscription is a logical unit of services that is linked to an account. That's the definition of subscription. And the subscriptions help me for security and billing boundary. I can secure and restrict and say inside my subscription, I can see my details. So this is a console view of my Azure account. Inside that, I can see the subscriptions, and I can see on top right the accounts. Let me log in actually onto the portal and show it to you. So I've already logged into Azure portal, and this is how the home page of Azure portal looks like. When you come to the last mod or towards end of this module, I'm going to give you step-by-step instructions, including a step-by-step guide to create this account. So this is where this is my account, and that is basically you can view account. And this is an account. Within that account, I will have something called as subscriptions. So if you type subscriptions and click on that subscription, you will see here I have two subscriptions. One is a Azure Pass, which is a free. You get Azure Pass from Microsoft when you you can buy these Azure passes. Second is now Microsoft Partner Network. And this is when you're a partner, Microsoft partner, you get these Microsoft Partner Network. And so this is my subscription. This is my account here, and this is my subscription. I'm using my colleague's account number here, or the account here. Now, the account status can be active, disabled, or past due date, and there are different roles within these subscription. We'll see these roles when we look at identity and access management, depending on which program you're part of. You're part of solution architect. If you're part of Azure administration, we'll look at these roles and responsibilities. But one other thing which I wanted to tell you about is cost management and billing. And this is where you can see how much resources you've used, what money you have used. So inside that, you can go and check cost management. On left hand side, you can also look at the subscription billing. So let it come. So this is where I can analyze and decide my costing. And this is where I'll see my invoices. If there's any invoice outstanding, it'll come here. So you have these. Right now we have not got any invoice because we get free service as a part of Microsoft server, or Microsoft service or partner. This is where I'll see my subscriptions. These are the two subscriptions I have under cost management. And this is where if I need any help from Microsoft, I can go and raise a new support request with Microsoft here. So this is costing and billing. Now, the subscriptions are of different type. You can have a free subscription. This is when you're creating a trial account. This is what you're doing. You get a $200 credit that you can use in 30 days. And then after that, there is a free some services. They are with limited access are free for 12 months. You also have a pay-as-you-go model where once you're done with your free service after 30 days, you get an option to go to the pay-as-you-go model. Now we're going to cover this later, but when we create a trial account, but one question we keep getting is what will happen after my 30 days? Is Microsoft going to start charging? Answer is no, unless you upgrade your account to pay-as-you-go model. Microsoft will never charge you for that for first 30 days, or after 30 days you have to upgrade and say I want to go pay-as-you-go model. Now, unlike AWS, here first 30 days or $200 credit, whatever is first comes, that will be applicable. So if you've used all $200 credit within 30 or within 15 days, your account will be then limited and you won't be able to do much on that account. But you don't get charged anything for first 30 days unless you upgrade to pay-as-you-go model. Whereas in AWS, you still get charged if you go above your service, and it lets you go. AWS lets you go over the limit, and there's no something called you have to upgrade to pay-as-you-go model. AWS by default is you pay for that service, um, unless it comes under free service, and that too for limited resources. Now you also have subscription type of pay-as-you-go model where you only pay what you use. Then there is an enterprise version of subscription, which will be a little bit more cheaper or a lot more cheaper compared to pay-as-you-go model, but you agree some or you sign some agreements with Microsoft that you are going to use this much credit in a quarter, in a month, or in a year. It's for a large scale, enterprise scale organization or big organizations. Then you have a student pass. And if you're a student with a student email address, you can have $100 for 12 months, but you must have a student access or verify your student access in order to achieve that subscription type. Billing and cost management we've already seen. So this is Azure account and subscription here. Now, head on to the next lesson where we'll talk about Azure cloud services. So what are the data infrastructure and different type of services that are available on the cloud. And then I'll show it to you also inside our Azure account. So I'll see you in next lesson.
Well, this was our Azure cloud expert, Mr. Atul from Team K21Academy, and this clip was taken from our free course for Azure beginners. Even if you're a beginner, this course will give you a holistic overview of Azure Cloud, Azure DevOps, Azure Data, Azure Security, and whatnot. And if you're already working on Azure Cloud, then this course will help you to revise your basic concepts. In order to subscribe to this course, all you have to do is just go to k21academy.com/Azure and subscribe to this course. And within 50 minutes, you'll be getting an email. Under that, you'll be getting your login credentials and our WhatsApp group where you can ask your every doubt related to Azure Cloud. Thank you, and I will see you in the free course.